You're watching the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand.
Salah to settle it!
Yes, good evening. Welcome back to the Kop TV. Another win for Liverpool, Doyle. That's 6 in a row. We know all about that number. Big win. Make sure you smash that like button. This is your post-match live show for myself, AGT, and the D-Man. Doyle, how are we?
Grand, yeah. I'm happy with that result. Another win, 6 and 6 now. Like, that's the best form we've had all season, isn't it?
Factually, it is correct. It is the best form we've had all season. Mo Salah also scored his 9th goal at home in a row, which is a new record.
Consecutive ones.
Breaking records most games, this fella. Now, we are 5th, 62 points. United obviously have 2 games in hand. They're a point ahead of us currently. So we need them to lose 100% against West Ham tomorrow, don't we?
Yeah.
To have any chance of the top 4. But get your comments in. How are you feeling about that one? We ground that out. Doyle.
We ground out the result. We've been doing that for the last 3 games, I would say. Even the West Ham game, we just find a way to respond when we concede, and we're just being able to manage the game a little bit better. I know Mbeumo scored an offside goal, but it didn't matter, like, because it was a good high line from Virgil. Like, you heard the commentator say they got a bit lucky. I don't think it was lucky. It was well executed, lad. It was good. Performance from Cody, held the ball up well. Kanate again, monster. I think this is the first game where I've seen a little bit of frailty in Trent for a while, on the ball a little bit. He lost a few wild passes, but he's still good. He still offered a lot. I think that was just a solid game of football. It wasn't pretty to watch at all. That's what you need, lads. Even when we won the league, we didn't win every game beautifully. We just won the games, lad. That's what we've done today. So, grinded it out, lads. That's exactly what you want. That's what you want, isn't it?
That's what we want. We would have taken it before.
Yeah, 3 points.
It's another clean sheet as well, Doyle. We struggled to get clean sheets before the last 2 games, really. Obviously, we conceded against Arsenal, conceded against Leeds, conceded against, obviously, what was the game we had the other night?
West Ham.
Conceded against West Ham. So, that's another clean sheet, and it's now the 100th for Alisson in the Liverpool shirt.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's why I said
200 and something games like that. So 229 games it was. Pepe Reina was the first with 197.
Which is unbelievable.
Yeah. But who was they gave Salah man of the match in this because he got the winning goal again, a scrappy goal, not nice to watch, as you said. But apart from maybe the goal scorer, who would you say stood out in that game, which really wasn't an outstanding game?
At all, it wasn't, was it? Kanate for me, lads. Kanate was just brilliant. I think he was just boss. He was himself, where he's just solid at the back. He was calm on the ball. He covers Trent incredibly well. And also, do you know what I've seen as well? A little bit of leadership, because you can see him shouting at Trent. Trent's a better player than Kanate as a ball player. But even so, he's got the confidence to be like, Trent, you need to cover me, lad. Go. I'm covering you. Go and cover me now, lad. And yeah, I think Kanate for me probably was man of the match. And Gakpo. I seen someone say Gakpo. I love Cody. I think he's grew into this Liverpool team so well, playing in an unnatural position. It holds the ball up phenomenally. He's tough. He can dribble. I like Cody a lot. It was a shame for the chance that he did waste that chance at the end. I was gutted with that. Could have probably capitalized
a little bit calmer, and that just naturally is on target. But he's rushing. He knows there's a defender coming.
It's an important
moment. So he just snatches at it a little bit.
Yeah.
Remember to get your thoughts in about who's the man of the match and the other good players. Also, if you want your comment to be read out 100%, do send in a super chat if you can. Let's get into a couple of comments here before I ask Doyle for his player ratings. Grind it out one more time. Yes, says Vlad. Big up to you, Vlad. Big up AGT and Doyle, says Kay.
Thank you.
Shout out to Jen as well. Doyle, please throw a bottle again. That was you after the Tottenham game.
I lost my stuff there, didn't I? Who wouldn't do that, though? You're a Liverpool supporter and you love this team. That's what happens, isn't it? Sorry about it.
Listen, I don't think you did anything wrong.
That's the way you celebrate in the ground, and that, you know what I mean? And that's the way I celebrated when that goal went in, because I couldn't contain
Tobe
it.
said he would have done the same as well.
Yeah, I actually said sorry to Tobe, just because he's my mate. Don't want to shout at somebody in the face and that, lad. But
sometimes you got to shout.
Yeah, but Tobe was just gentleman about it, gracious.
Yeah,
he just said, I would have done the same to you.
100 goals for Salah at Anfield. Again, unbelievable achievement, man. How many records does this guy break? The ref was disgusting. Let's just have a little rant about the ref. Get it out of the way.
Yeah. crap, made some terrible decisions. Some of the free kicks, do you know what it was for me? Yeah, some of them, you know, like where you touch in the back a little bit and they just fold over.
Yeah.
It's
Ivan
too
Toney.
easy. Yeah, it's too easy to back. And he was played brilliant, by the way. I do think brilliant striker, and he played a good game today. But he does fold, and I guess that's part of the dark arts. But I hate it. And referees need to be more wise to this. It's annoying, lad. You see, like prime example of this is Harry Kane. Boss player again. Boss player, but backs into people. And it's like the way they fold in half. It's
Martinelli did it the other week, didn't he, against the Bednarek?
When he backed into someone there.
He wanted to come on, but he had to go off.
There was a prime example. There's a prime example.
Not the same, but Tony was going down with barely anything. Just
literally, if you lent on him in any kind of way, so much so that you're seeing Kanate and you're seeing Virgil sort of like sidestepping out of each tackle to do a winning the tackle, but sidestepping and sort of going in a different direction so they don't try and make it look like he's going through them because they just weren't. But that's part of the game now. So I think referees should get a bit wiser to that. Having said that, you know, it's not easy to be a referee. I'm not going to say that it is. But
Tim here says it's bold ref tradition. I know. Big up Rosie. We should have won 3-0 if Nunez and Gakpo finish their chances.
Nunez, oh lad, we love you. We love you. We love every Liverpool player. We love them all. Yeah, doesn't matter how you play, lad. We still love you. But that chance where Trent found that wonderful through ball, lad, over the top in the box. I think if that fell to any other bloody player, they slot that because it was just marvelous.
Like, if he did what Curtis Jones did against Tottenham,
just on his left foot, lads.
And he scored goals like that this season when Trent's whipped it over and he's passed it with his left foot. I don't understand why he wanted to take that on his right foot.
I think he just had a brain fog, lad. That's what it was.
But as the ball is coming, he's got in front of his defender. It was on his left-hand side and he's kind of tried to hook it on his right. I don't know.
I don't know what he was going for, lad. And I think he didn't know what he was going for, and that's why he missed it, to be honest with you.
If that goes in, he probably gets another one. That's how much of a confidence player is. He just needs that goal again. The last one was against Leeds, so he definitely needs a goal or two before we finish the season.
I agree.
To finish on a high, maybe get to. I mean, if you could get to 20, that in all comps, that would be good. I think he's on 16 at the minute. So, need Nunez to start just finishing these chances and then ask later.
That was,
just put them in the back of the net and
because he's got the ability to score that, lad. He definitely does.
Hendo given credit for being annoying at the final minute. Unbelievable from Hendo.
We love that, don't we?
Knew what he had to do.
Champion.
Go back in the corner, waste a bit of time, kick it off them, get a corner. That's almost as good as a goal in that.
You've done it against West Ham as well, didn't he, lads?
Yeah.
Perfect. That's what he wants. Captain.
He knows.
Champions.
We're going to have love it all. Trent is unbelievable, as we know. Yeah. Not his best game, but certainly not his worst game.
Exactly.
But, nothing more than a 7, I'd say.
It's the thing is right now, right? This new system that we're playing is a high risk system. We're always going to concede chances.
Checkers Dave wants you to give him a wave.
Oh, what's happening, lads? You're all right, Checkers Dave. What's Checkers? You must have some around the Wales in you if you call Checkers Dave, lad.
He's like that.
Yeah. So this new system that we're playing, lads, boss, love it. High attacking football. We get loads of chances. We create a lot, but we also concede a lot of chances. But it's going to need some tweaking because sometimes I do think the middle of the park becomes congested, lad, and you see Trent a little bit on everyone's toes. And he's going to be learning this new midfield role, and it's not even traditional role because he's still having to float back to right back. So this is really unorthodox, and that's how Liverpool have been successful in the past, is by having an unorthodox system, which are fullbacks being attackers. So I'm happy with it so far, lad, and we're getting 6. We've won 6 games with this tactic, lad. This is good. This is all right. This is a change. We're going to need to tweak things without a doubt. We always have to. But this is a new plan, and it's working, lad. This is boss. 6 wins in 6, lad. This has been a great few month and a half.
And the mentality's come back in these last 6 games. Before we
were
putting maybe 1, 2 at max together, and then we lose or we draw when we should be winning games when we've gone ahead. So
we're finding to respond.
This last 6 games have shown us that it's still there. The mentality that's left from the last 3-4 years, it is still there. But you just need to, it's like patterns with us, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like 1 year we're unreal, the next year not so much.
That's the way football is, lads. I mean, unless you're Man City, you just win everything all the time. But Liverpool, we haven't been consistent. That's why we only won 1 Premier League, to be quite honest with you, lad, as well. Because we haven't been able to, I know, it's reality, lad. We haven't been able to push.
Talk to me about player ratings then. Let's get into them. Let us know in the comments what you think they are as well. We'll still get into your comments here. Alisson in goal. Didn't have an awful lot to do.
No, he didn't, but he did do a good few little things where he was coming out of the box and he dribbled. Yeah, there's a little moment, so like, honestly, lad, the fella has some orthodox traits and characteristics. The way he just comes out.
There's a
in the
couple
box.
moments when you were.
Yeah, I was like, what are you doing, lad? He came out for one, where he slid on his knees and then volleyballed it. It went proper far. I was proper surprised by how far it went, But you know when you're just like, what is that? I've never seen a keeper do that. What is that, lad? How did that come into your brain? And there was another one,
Do you think if he takes it, he might injure the player or give a penalty? So he's just like, bosh,
fair
get
play.
away.
Fair play. I mean, it worked, lad.
So then if he takes it, he goes down, the player could jump on him and,
Yeah. It's one of them, lad. And the second one is he sort of like it bounced in front of him, and I thought he was going to pick it up, but he didn't, lad. He just let it bounce, and then it bounced off his body, and he had to come back, and then he had to skin a player to bring it back into the box.
Turned it.
Yeah, I was like, what is it, lad? Just picked them all up. Honestly, but I guess he's just trying to, and he also got a yellow card time wasting, didn't he? So it's right, lads, look
I hear that, but
I mean, we don't
want
like
Alisson should never be getting a yellow card. That's not us. We don't do that. That's what away teams do when they come to.
But we have to now, because we're not the Liverpool of last year or 2 years or 3 years. We are this Liverpool now, lads. So we're gonna have to do what we can to win, and we did. We did.
Big up Frank, who was at the game, just got back. Phew, but hey, Alex, we're rolling on. Yes, we are, and of course, we're all hoping for a West Ham win as well.
Go ahead. So rating for Alisson, for me.
What would you give him?
8. He's all right.
Go over 8. Again, clean sheet.
Yeah.
I'll give him an 8.5 just because he's got to 100 clean sheets
as well. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair play, lads. Yeah.
Fastest to 100 goals at Anfield, by the way. Roger Hunt, Gordon Hodgson, Robbie Fowler, Ian Rush, and then now Mo Salah.
Love it.
5th quickest player ever to get to the 100 goal mark.
Record after record after record, lads.
Trent. Out of 10, we've just had, whilst you're thinking of that, Rosie gives Alisson a 7. Barely had anything to do but 10 for the step over. Trent, out of 10?
I'd agree with Rosie, lad, about a 7, to be honest. Not his best game, not his worst game. Right in the middle.
7.25?
Something like that.
Yeah, that's fair enough, isn't it? Precise.
Did he find Virgil? Who then found? Yeah. So there you go. So I'll give him 7.5 for that.
Oh,
yeah,
boosting it up a little.
You got it, lad. He's made the pre-assist, lad. He's made the assist before the assist.
Yeah.
Without that pass, Virgil's not got the easy one. Salah's not got the easy finish. That's what it unlocked the key.
No, it's true. It's very true. Let us know if you agree with that one there. In the back, it was Virgil who got a silly booking as well before the 5th minute, which. But if you're Ivan Toney, you're licking your lips. That's why he was trying to get him sent off.
I know, lads. It was annoying
because he was preying on. And that's what he would have been told. Go and stand on Virgil, wind him up, So
he done well. I think Virgil actually done well after the fact he got a yellow card.
So early,
and he managed to get his tackles quite well. Like even the ones that he did give away, the referees. That's what I was talking about earlier. He bought them fouls. Tony bought a lot of them fouls. I think you could see that he did. So the referee's not going to whip out another yellow card when there's not much to go on with them. Do you get what I mean? So I think he done well. So again, I give him about 7.5 as well.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Considering the start he had, which put him on a 6 straight away, it again made some important interceptions, made the high line possible for the disallowed goal.
Oh yeah, that was clever, that lad.
Clever IQ. Lucky that he did it when he did it. Yeah. Because half a second later or millisecond later, it's a goal.
But he did it at the right time, lad.
Yeah. And that's experience. And that's why, people say Liverpool, that we've got 9 points or something, and it'll be more after today through VAR decisions. That just tells me that the level of reffing on the pitch is that bad. It needs to be saved by VAR every time. It's not Liverpool fortuitously gaining these magical points by corruption and Liverpool and all this stuff.
There's no
because
corruption.
The original decision was wrong, so it needs to be made right.
There's no corruption
by VAR.
It's just bad refereeing most of the time.
Exactly.
So I mean, look at Brighton. No, I don't think referees have an agenda against Brighton, but they've had some of the worst calls all season. How many penalties should they have had, and how many apologies have they had to the referee?
We will speak about this as well.
There's no agenda.
That the ref was angry that we booed the anthem.
The ref was angry that we booed the anthem.
He's messed it, I think. Messed it. Who else? Kanate, 8.
Yeah, solid. Our best defender, without a doubt.
It's late.
It's 8.
It's 8.
Robbo as well, lad.
20 to 8. Robbo.
I give him an 8 as well. Lad. I don't think he had a bad game.
7.5.
Go ahead.
7.5. We started with Fabinho, Curtis Jones, and Gakpo as the kind of 10 in the midfield.
Yeah.
Fabinho, again, silly yellow card. I don't even think it was a yellow card, to be fair. He got the ball. But I would say we need to give him a little bit more praise in terms of the way.
Good performance.
Put my Guinness out the way. We are having a little Guinness watching the game. But Guinness aren't paying us. So But he has found his form a little bit, has he not, in the last 6 games?
I agree, lad. A lot of the players have. They've all seemed to come together quite well. I think Jurgen Klopp.
10 yellows though now for Fab.
I mean, that's his style, lad. He always gets yellows. We know this. That's what he does, lad. There was a point when Thiago used to come on and get a yellow card every 2 seconds, lad. So he's just had one of them patches this season where he's not been at his best. But you gotta give him his credit. The last 6 games, and today I even think he played well. He did at crucial moments, made the right decisions. He wasn't misplacing the ball as much. He was Fabinho. That's what he was. He was a good 7.5. You know what I mean? Again, just all right, lads. Yeah, done your job. Well done.
Can we actually get someone to look up if he's actually missing the next game? Or next 2 games?
No
because
way.
He's got that, or are we past the
threshold of
threshold point in the season? We might be, because we're in May. Do you know what I mean? I think it finishes in April. If someone can confirm it, let us know. Rosie saying Van Dijk and Konate 7.5 each. Yeah, we said that, didn't we? Or 8.
Konate 8 because he's good. He did he missed the ball when Trent done a bad pass backwards, but that was, can't give him less for that. You know?
Curtis Jones, some really nice, clever bits as we've seen for the last 6 games. That's why he started 7 in a row now.
I think he was good. I think he was good, but he did fade out of the game. And like about the 60th, 70th minute. So I think on that, lad, I'll give him a 7. Just simply because I need him to last them 90s. I need him to be strong for the whole 90s to be able to give him the 8s and the 9s or whatever else. But he did play well. There's a particular flick in the middle of the park that he did. Nice. That was beautiful. And that's the point with Curtis when his confidence is good, his dribbling, his passing, everything seems better. And that's what he needs now. Just carry on this momentum that he's built for himself and just play the football that we know he can play. Because you don't want him to be conservative. That's not what you're there for, Curtis, lad. You're a techie footballer. Yeah. So we want you to be techie, lad. Yeah,
you're right. 7. Yeah, 7 I agree with you. Also in the midfield, Gakpo, who when he was announced starting today, I almost did a double take of the lineups. I was like, wait, we're playing Gakpo, Nunez, Salah, Jota, and Nunez.
Gakpo is the best in our team at keeping hold of the ball, lad, without a shadow of a doubt. And he drives as well. He doesn't just keep hold of the ball, he drives forward with it. He's tough, he's strong, he's tall. He's got everything to be a number 10, in my opinion. He really does. He's been playing on the wing because he's got the legs as well to spread and he's got the pace. But honestly, this kid is playing well in 10. And I think he's enjoying himself. It's not his position, but he's enjoying himself. He's playing well, lad. That chance.
That's why he's staying in the team.
It is, lad. If he puts that chance away at the end, honestly, for me, that's man of the match. But he didn't, lad. He did snatch at that a little bit. So
I'm happy with his progress. I really am. And I think in the future, we've got a winner there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll go 7.75.
I like him 8. I'll give him that.
An 8.
Yeah.
Salah gets his goal. Again, horrible, scrappy goal. The desire to actually get to the ball before the keeper could go was
lad.
Something you've got to admire. So 8.
Again, I mean, he's won the game for us, lad.
Yeah.
He won the game.
And that's what Mo Salah does.
Yeah.
Right? This season, I think in all comps now, it's 30 or 29. How many times are we going to say it that his output will not ever dwindle, really?
No,
it might go up or down 2 or 3 goals a season, and it might go up 10 goals, it might go down 10 goals. If it's on 40, it might be 30 next year, or 35, or 33. You're still looking at a player consistently delivering the biggest numbers, and that's why he's in the team
and in big games as well.
Even if it isn't his best season, that's because you're comparing it to previous Salah amazing seasons where he's won Golden Boot. But come on, man, another goal, another winning goal.
Yeah,
he's so important.
The thing with Salah is, right, it's not a lovely clean finish. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the fact that he's there. You know, when we all play football growing up, your manager says to you, if you're in the right place, that's all I can ask from you. If you missed a chance, that's okay, but you've got to be in the right spot. And the more times you're in the right spot, the more opportunities you get to score. And that's what Salah is. He's always at the right moment, at the right time, making the right runs. He's intelligent.
100%. Smash the likes, as Kazi says.
Bash.
Another 30-goal season. That's just mad. Yep, he will finish on 30+ again. Nunez, we were speaking about him earlier.
Somebody made the super chat here.
And speaking on Nunez, big up to Ozan Kabak with the super chat. AGT and Doyle, does Darwin's current form worry you?
Yeah, a little bit. It doesn't worry me in the sense that...
I feel like our answers are slightly different on this.
So for me, it doesn't worry me in the sense that he's going to be terrible for the next 4 years or something. That's not what it is. But the form of don't know, it seems like he's getting left behind a little bit to me with the rest of the lads, the way they're playing, Jota, Salah, Gakpo. He just doesn't seem to be keeping up with them when it comes to that progression. He had a good spell in the season and he has scored a few goals for us. But I think we were talking about this earlier, weren't we? We need him to score 2 or 3 more goals going out of the season so he can have that confidence going into pre-season and the following. So, no, I'm not too worried, but I am seeing him behind the other lads at the moment when it comes to growth and progression and growing into the team. He just seems a little bit...
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm worried. What I would say is I'm pretty sure and confident that the next goal he scores will lead to more goals pretty much almost straight after that, because he's a kind of, floodgates player is what I call him. As soon as he gets one, they just start rolling. But if he does go on a little 3, 4, 5 game stretch even without a goal, and he'll have to play now because obviously Bobby, we might not even see him play again for Liverpool. But if we use this positioning and this formation that we use today, he will be starting in that number 9 position till the end of the season. And why wouldn't he? He should be anyway. I do like Gakpo just in behind, but I'm not worried because I know the next goal he gets, the confidence grows, and we see the player that we start to see the player that we think we've got this season going into next season.
So many attributes, like he's got probably some of the best. I'd give him a
6 today.
So would I, lad. Honestly, the lad was frustrating me a little bit today. I can't lie. But we still love it, as always. So we want him to progress and get better. And we all see the attributes that he's got. He's one of the most powerful, fast players that we've seen in the club for a while. So he's got it. It's there, innit? We just need to refine it a little bit. I think his decision making, when you get to this top level, you can't second guess yourself. You can't question it, and you just got to go for it. And he does do that at times, but sometimes, like today, when he had that big chance, just second guessing himself. When that ball's coming over the top, he's got too much time to look at it, see it, and then go, whoa. He's went, I'm going to read it. No, I'm not. I'm going to kick it. No, oh, it's gone. That's what's just happened there, lad. I know exactly what's happened. So just need to get better at that, and he will.
Yeah, Rosie giving him a 6 as well. I love Nunez, but he's struggling. Upcoming pre-season is important for him. I think the communication slight issue as well with him not exactly picking up English quickly. All of these things are fixed by time. Yeah. Over time, he will get better at English. Yeah. Over time, he will get more confident, stronger, more used to the way we
develop bonds with the players.
And I'm not mad. I think at the start of the season, I said, if he gets 17 to 20 in all comps, that's cool for me for the first year. It's not a buy, but it's like you've qualified your probation period. Now let's build on this.
Yeah, I agree.
Again, I totally agree. I think once he starts scoring, you're going to see him scoring a lot more. Big up Jungle is massive. I hope we do get to see Firmino start the final game of the season. The legend deserves a proper send-off, 100%. The real king was crowned at Anfield, and that is Mohamed Salah. Have we done everyone?
No, Salah. No, we did Salah.
Done him. Darwin 6 and Jota.
Energetic. Yeah.
Put himself about
7.5-ish.
Yeah, 7.25.
The whole team. It was one of them performances. Love. It wasn't brilliant. We just got our goal and we managed the game well afterwards. They didn't actually get a lot of chances, Brentford, at all. We managed the game really well. Happy with that. 3 points is 3 points, lad.
Yeah, man. 6 in a row. Jurgen's just speaking to.
Start of his watch, lads. Now it's like a dinner plate, lads.
I'm sure we're obviously not listening because we can't play the audio on this, but I'm sure it's bigging up the boys for the mentality after the 6th win in a row. Alexis McAllister.
Yeah.
How excited are you around the news that it could be a little bit close than we think?
Yeah, great little player. World Cup winner, obviously. Wonderful that he scored a penalty last minute. Pressure penalty and scored it against the Monks. Yeah, I guess we're all in a little bit of a downer about Jude, and that's normal because we've been built up around that for so long. And so there'll be a lot of fans that probably look at this McAllister transfer and go, well, this isn't really the player that we wanted. But he's Premier League proven. We've got to look at it as when we bought our players in the midfield, lad, last time, we went and got Wijnaldum. We got a few players that weren't necessarily what everybody else wanted. And look what they did for us. They worked. So you trust in Klopp, you trust in his scouts, and you just trust that what they're doing and their plan is going to work. And I think it's showing right now, for me anyway, that they are tweaking things, and it is working. 6 and 6, lad. That's them. That's a direct impact of their decisions, lad. And I think Jurgen Klopp going into this summer is going to be like, I'm getting the players that I want.
Yeah. And listen, we've got 10 days until our next game against Leicester away. So is
Miles
that an
away, lad.
opportunity to do some future planning?
We
So
do
like,
that.
right, I know we do it all the time anyway, but especially with no game for 10 days, can we maybe nail a transfer down or a pre-agreement, before we even get to the transfer window? Can we announce something to G up the fans before, I don't know, depends where we finish as well. Before the game, massive controversy around Liverpool fans playing or being played the national anthem on the King's coronation. It was roundly booed, and then obviously it was the Liverpool song that took over to kind of take the kind of shine away from it. But what did you think about that? And what does that necessarily mean now?
I guess I can see why people paint us as villains, but you have to know the history of the city. This is not about football.
I don't think you can say that.
I mean, people are going to say it, and that's why I'm engaging with it now. I'm saying you've got to know the story, lad. You have to know what the city's been through and how it's been treated by these monarchs, and how these monarchs have actually conducted themselves, and what the British flag actually stands for. Go and think about what it stands for. Probably a lot of oppression, probably a lot of racism. The bloody monarchs have stolen diamonds on the crowns from Africa.
South Africa want
India,
them back.
and so. Right, I don't think the city of Liverpool really wants to be behind that, and I don't blame them for it, to be quite honest with you. You can see it as us as villains, but I think that we're standing up for humanitarian things, to be quite honest with you, lad. I don't think it's not us wanting to be different. It's not that, because there's a lot of people that would agree with us, to be quite honest with you. And I don't know what people. You can't have it both ways. Scousers have always felt oppressed and looked down on by the government, lad. Look at Maggie Thatcher. There's a reason why a lot of Liverpool people do not like Maggie Thatcher. Go and look at the history. Just look up the stories. I'm not going to go through it right now. It's a lot to talk about, and it's a far removed from football. But look it up. Honestly, there's been some bad stuff that these bloody monarchs and these governments have been doing, and particularly to my beloved city of Liverpool. So if you have a little look at that, you'll see why we are who we are.
That's well said. And yeah, there's reasons behind it, and I think, if you actually understand the reasonings and do a bit of research, and also, like you said, know the history of this country, we go on like we're some saint. We're not at all.
No.
Colonized the whole world basically without any authority. We just went in and did our thing. So there's, again, Jamaica, for example, have just taken away the head.
Sorry to laugh. I was just seeing a comment saying your channel will be deleted soon. And that's what we're talking about, lads. Exactly that. We've seen, honestly, politics shouldn't be in football anyway. I get it that Liverpool are booing.
You've got to talk about it. It's a flashpoint, so I want to ask you your opinion of it.
Yeah.
We've got the right to do what we want as well with that. So
it's just, what I would say is just look at all the education. Look at both sides of things. Look at all the round sides, the things that you don't want to read and the things that you do want to read. Read them all. And that's how you'll get a full picture of everything that's actually happening, because that's all I can say to you. Just educate yourself on it. That's it, really.
Man like Court Green with his opinion there. You've got the right to protest. Well, actually, don't. It's against the law to protest.
I actually seen
but anyway,
something.
That's
okay.
People have a right to disagree. Move on, says Rodders. Shout out to you, man like Rodders.
Absolutely.
Right, we've done the player ratings, given our thoughts. Looking ahead to the next 3 games: Leicester away, fighting for their lives. Monday night fixture. We don't really like Monday night fixtures.
Is it away as well?
Away.
Yeah.
After that, we play Aston Villa at home.
Again,
tough game. They did lose today.
Yeah, they did.
Away at Wolves.
1-0,
which is a poor result for them, considering how they've been recently.
Great for Wolves.
And then obviously Southampton last day of the season. Do we get 9 points from this last 3 games and finish on 71 points?
After the last 6 games, there's no reason whatsoever why we couldn't do that. Realistically, I'm thinking we might get 7 points out of these 3 games. 1 point at Leicester. Away, we haven't been good all season. We've been terrible. We've only won a few of them. The reverse fixtures have always been telling in our season. And this time we beat Leicester 2-1 at Anfield thanks to 2 of their own goals. So I can't see them repeating that, to be quite honest with you. But Aston Villa, I think their season's, no disrespect, they've been brilliant. I think their season's pretty much done now. So they're not really fighting for much. And Southampton, by the time we get to them, they're gone already.
They should be gone by then,
yeah.
So hopefully that's a big away win. But there you go. We also have fan cams for you that are being filmed right now outside the ground with Mario. So hopefully they'll be up in the next hour or two. So make sure you go and watch the Voice of Football's most famous stand, or the opinions of all the lads and girls that have been sitting in the Kop tonight. Make sure you go and watch the fan cams after. On Tuesday, I'll be back in Liverpool and we'll be doing Hot Topics 11:30, and I will be doing a live kit review on that. I've got the kit. It's in Liverpool. We're going to do a live little thing there. Big up to Ozan Kabak, who says, I know it's not official. Quick thoughts on McCallie. We already said, didn't we, about 10 minutes ago? So if you want more, go back and...
good player. Let's have him.
Bro, he's the number one priority for us. Get him in the door. I rate him so highly.
I think he's brilliant, lad. I think, what I do like about him, I just like that he's able to do these pressure moments, lad. And if you watch them in the World Cup, as we all watched Argentina, because they were great, he covered Messi so well. He protected him so well, lad. It was brilliant. And he was up and down.
Unbelievable.
It was the first time I really looked at him and went, oh, I've got a massive appreciation for you. And there was no hint of him coming to Liverpool at that point. I just watched him. I was like, he's a good little player. Do you know, he'd be great to replace? Not yet, like. But he reminds me of like a better version of Hendo, an up and down player.
Yeah, a bit more flair as well.
Yeah.
You know, he can score pens, free kicks. I like how calm he is in tight situations.
Me
Often
too.
when they're playing against a team who are trying to beat them, coming out and playing from the back, because we know they like to do that, he'll have two players coming at him and he'll keep the ball, knock it off. And then he's round that player and ready to receive it.
Solid.
Again. Got a great strike on him. Cool as you like. I've never seen him like rattled. He gets kicked a lot because people know how good he is. So listen, get him through the door.
Is he the captain of Brighton?
No.
Okay.
Dunkers.
Sorry.
But get him through the door. World Cup winner, great age as well.
How old is he?
Wants to 24. Wants to be managed
get him
by
in.
Klopp.
Get
Great
him
English.
in, lads. Get him in.
Speaks English perfectly.
It is going to be a price tag of about 70 million, though. That will.
It will, and I think that's for this market, the age, Premier League proven, World Cup winner, what he brings.
We do need
Penalties,
a few more
free
kicks,
kicks,
though.
Goals from midfield.
I would
be
like
our number 10.
Definitely want him.
Could take Sadio Mane's number.
But we need other players around.
Yeah, of course. We will be a commendable team, Alex. Colombia, Uruguay, Argentina. Yeah, we will be. And Brazil, to be fair.
Who doesn't like South American football?
Brazilians,
it's beautiful.
We'll have Uruguayans, Colombians, Argentinas. If we get Caicedo, he'll be Ecuador as well.
Oh, no, I doubt we get.
But we are giving them Milner. So
I think that's a telling sign of the deal potentially. They're going to lean towards us just because we're sort of sweetening it with that, I think, in my opinion. We're like, also, Milner, good player in that, yeah? Good little tool, experience for your young team.
As well for free.
I know, yeah.
Chuck him in.
To be honest with you, I think Milner going there is a great thing for them. They've got so many talented young players, but he's a winner.
He's going to get you across
won
the
it
line,
all, yeah. And he knows how to teach the lads. So he'll teach them a thing or two without a doubt.
Yeah. No, it was a nice little chat about McAllister. Thank you for the super chat, Ozan. Right, as I said, back on Tuesday. Looking forward to next week. We'll have a good episode then. Of course, we'll be back for the Leicester game in Jurgens, I believe. That one. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Big up to your goddamn selves. Another win for Liverpool. 6 in a row. Can we make it 9 and finish off the season in the best way possible? From myself and Doyle. Take care. All the best.
Bye. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it.
Please, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the